And welcome back to Tales of Iron 2, which I very much enjoyed last time. I played the first game, enjoyed that, bought it for the art, found out Geralt from Witcher 3 was narrating it. And, you know, bought this a while back, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm glad I got around to playing it. I think today, we're looking to hopefully rebuild our little hamlet, or castle, fort place. But it should be fun. However, got a few missions to do. We've got outskirts, we've got the woods, we got the rift. Whole bunch of places. Whole bunch of places to go and visit. I can't actually remember what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Merlin has lost tarot cards. I guess I could help with that. There's a missing fishing rod I think I'd like to help with. That's just hunting, that one doesn't matter. Don't think a lot of these matter except from the builder's yard, which I do kind of want to get done, because we need to be looking for someone to actually build our new castle town. There's also some glasses, which, could be useful. I don't know. All I know is Heron lost his thing down the well. That might be of importance. We'll maybe follow up with that. However, builder's yard, I think, comes first. I want to start being able to upgrade my stuff, because upgrading stuff sounds like it'll be fun. I believe, looks like we need to go to the outskirts, and then there's quite a large area, actually, we can go and investigate. So yeah, we're going to go do that. I believe best way to the outskirts is by heading out here to the right, where we kind of went when we started that hunting trip with our dad at the start of the game. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Got an update noise that something's happened. I do want to go investigate down there. I don't know what that is, but I do know now that I have a two-handed weapon, I can investigate it. Just need to familiarise myself with my attacks. Brilliant. I have familiarised myself. Ranged attack was that, right? Perfect. I know what I'm doing now. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. See if I don't mess up horribly somehow. I very much hope that I don't. But who knows? Who knows? I also might quickly familiarise myself with my weapons. I believe axe is fire damage, heavy is poison, and then I've got a shield, which isn't like damage of any kind, but I do have it. Do not care much about the armor. We need to know fire, poison, fire again. Could go over to poison, but no. We're sticking with fire on that, poison on the two-handed, so we could maybe change this actually. We've got, I mean, less damage if we go over to that. I quite liked this sword, I'll be honest. And that's got a lot of ice damage, and that's now got a very diverse set of weapons, with ice, poison, and fire. And imagine if we're in the underground, we're going to be against bugs. So I'll very quickly check this area as well. Insectoids. They generally don't like electric, is what I'm reading there. We'll see what I actually come across. But for now, I think maybe go over to an electric weapon is probably a sensible idea. Which would mean going over to, if you want largely electric damage, could do this rough bone sword. There we go. Got a little crawl space here. Gets me. Is that a piece of Crusader equipment again? I mean, I wouldn't say no, but I wouldn't really say yes. I'll not lie, it doesn't seem that good. Like, it's gonna get me a full set of armor eventually, and it's gonna be from a bunch of cool looking shrines. But I don't know if that's actually useful in terms of armor. It doesn't seem as good as some of the other stuff. Just quickly get some more juice. Couldn't leave that other bug be. It's fine. And what was the button to grapple onto that? It was X. There we go. I remembered a button. I'm proud of myself. If we go diving all the way over here, we can get a whole bunch of... I'm assuming it's just metals and stone. I don't know if there's other stuff. And hey, Tuna, good to see you, good to see you. Hope you're having a lovely week. And hopefully you'll continue to have a lovely week. Into the weekend. Because if you don't, I'm going to be disappointed. Alright. So you'd better. You'd better. Okay, we got bugs. These ones don't care about electric. What do these ones want? Insectoids. Maybe these ones. Fire and ice. Got it. In which case... confirmed, I like this sword. That's all good. Ouch, I'm dying. I'm forgetting how combat works. Keep my guard up. I need to be able to dodge them whenever they do a red attack. Whenever they do a non-red attack, I can parry it, normally. Let's focus on one at a time. It's all good. They don't like fire, which means fireball will do a lot of damage. That guy is not particularly happy. That guy is now quite particularly dead. Okay, tried to do a strong attack there. Didn't quite work. Quickly heal. They're doing fine. Just watch out for what they're doing. Okay, they're coming for a charge. That's fine. Big strong attack. Those light attacks keep throwing me off. But we're fine. Do seek my approval, so you'll try to do your best. Have a great week. Good to know. Good to know you are being a very obedient person. I don't know how I feel wording it like that, but sure, why not? On you go. I'm loving this game so far. I'm looking forward to doing more. Oh, we found some whetstone. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. We're maxed out on whetstones, but it's nice to know that you can find them. Okay, looking at a map. Guess we just go further down. Does down feel in any way safe? I mean, there's a ladder. We got more bugs. I will murder a bug, just so I can get some healing. Because I need the bug juices, with all the juicy bits in it, you know? And we've got a door. Or a hatch, I guess. Oh. What's going on down here?
Entering the mole hole, the two moles looked at Arlo confused. They were expecting a delivery of bug burgers, but it was clear Arlo didn't have them. They offered to pay him handsomely if he could deliver them quickly.
Okay, I'm looking for bug burgers. These guys just ordered Deliveroo into the bottom of like some abandoned pit. Alright. That's valid, I guess. Slide down the wall. Got a ladder. Good stuff. Are burgers down here? I don't know why they would be. Just freeze the lot of these guys. They're not too fond of being frozen. Killed off one of you. Block. Set him on fire. Ouch, that one hurt. I didn't expect him to do a charging attack from that close. Just heal. There we go. That guy's launching a rock. We can block it. Let's focus down one at a time. That's all we're after. Just make sure we block their rocks. We want to avoid their little charge that they do. The heavy attack was a bit too far away to do anything. Okay, come on. I can counter you, right? You're not attacking me. Go for some attacks, and ooh, they can go for some attacks as well. That was a bit dangerous. Heal up. Thankfully with bugs, you do get a lot of your healing back after you scavenge them once they're dead. Yeah, I have a feeling though this hole is going to have some more importance later. It doesn't seem to have anything for me just yet, does it? Just heal up, at the very least. But yeah, there's not anything else down here. I guess the kind of mole train line isn't working at the moment. Which was a thing in the first game. Like, the moles had a train network underground. Which was interesting. However, I need to come back once I have myself some... yeah, bug burgers. Wherever those might come from. Can I fast travel from here? No, I can't. I need to find an actual fast travel spot. That's fine. Just head on up in that case. To just murder those fellas so I can get some more bug juice. Delicious bug juice. I don't know entirely what this juice is, considering I will happily drink from bugs or berries. Like, it's probably just a blend of the two at this point. Like some weird cocktail of stuff. But anyway, that aside, we want to continue on to the left. That's where the important things are. I was kind of just exploring when I went down there. Yeah, what entirely do we have? Because there seems to be a quest on the way. Quest being this thing. Yeah.
The glimmer in the dirt revealed an ancient runestone, perhaps fallen from one of the pillars that encircled this tomb. The runestone slipped into place. Arlo wondered which tale was true. That treasure lay within, or some ancient horror.
I think the answer will be both, because if I'm remembering from the first game when we had something similar, then inside of there, you might find Thor's hammer. I don't know. We do, however, have a blacksmith who, I mean, would make me some gear if I want it. I don't think I do currently. I'd like to upgrade what I already have, mostly. Unless any of these seem particularly good. Nah, not really. We seem to be fine. We seem to be fine. I will leave that guy be. I'll get one blacksmith before long anyway, so I'm not too upset. And just steal their stuff. Inside of here, we've got someone who hopefully knows where I'll find a builder. Apparently I'm looking for a beaver to
On hearing that Arlo was warden, the old rat was quick to report a beaver had moved onto the hill, rebuilding the old shack, and that maybe Arlo should check his permits.
Okay, we're fighting a bird now. Not fought one of these before. They seem to do fire damage, kind of interestingly. Alright. Got a whole bunch of stuff. You doing okay there, friend?
These farmers had been to the shack to trade with the beaver, but found no sign. Perhaps, like these rat folk, something else had found him first.
Okay, assuming I'm going to be fighting more birds at some point. They don't like ice. Got it. Okay, that's fine. I can take that into consideration. Is that a hole I can climb? It is. I feel it's not going to be of use to me. I kind of want to go down the hole. Like, you can't just offer me a hole to climb in and expect me not to. What's down here? So far, not much. However, I can launch myself over. And is that a mole's food? down here? Is that our
scent
burgers?
was unlike anything Arlo had ever smelt.
Small Donalds.
Bug meat was not normally this greasy.
I don't actually think I've got a reason to be all over it. I will, however, murder some bugs. If I can. Quickly drop a save. We've also got a boat. Huh. That's interesting. I didn't expect a boat. Okay, I got hit as soon as I let my guard down. That's fine. Got rid of one. Big old charged attack for those two. Try and finish him off if I can. There we go, good bit of damage there. That guy tries to charge, so I go back into the heavy attack. And there we are. Bugs are gone. Quickly grab their stuff. Doesn't take too long to grab. I don't think there's anything else for me down here, but I did find that Mole Donald's, which is hopefully good. I don't entirely know why I want to find these guys for fast food, but I did. And that thing in the background there makes me think I want to come back for lightning power. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. I'm assuming I also want to go back to the place I had found previous, which wanted me to use, I believe it was ice, but I wasn't able to at the time. Okay, nothing over to that side, just launch myself into this. We're fine. Now that I'm up here, I'm assuming I just continue on to Beaver, right? Makes sense. Can't shoot those mosquito things up there, can I? No. They don't seem to care. Which is fine. That's fine. I'll murder them another time. For now, is it up there? It is. However, there's more stuff over to this side. So again, I'm going to explore. I'm happy to explore in this game. It's fun. There's something I can dig. There we go. Bit of clay or something. Drop a save. And again, got a boat. I'm assuming we'll have a whole boat network eventually, but like once I kinda get this kingdom up and running properly, there's more stuff to dig. I don't know how important all these materials are, but if I'm about to get a builder, it's likely worthwhile. It's likely worthwhile. Hello. You guys just excavating, basically saying, yeah, you can go right another time, you're supposed to go left right now. Alright. Alright.
The sky once again burned bright with a flashing light, but this time
Got
was
poison
accompanied by an
powers.
eerie laugh. Before the warden stood a slender rat, his lips still curled from laughter.
It's
As
a
Arlo
poisonous
went to
form of
question the
something?
stranger, he clapped his paws together, imparting his gift onto the warden.
Ouch. That one could have been parried, but I was not paying close enough attention. These guys are good at just jumping around like maniacs. However, I am getting the kills in.
Although Arlo was grateful for the gift,
There we
he
go.
could not ignore the feeling that this stranger was using him as part of some intricate plan.
I mean, there might be a plan, but it doesn't mean I need to follow the plan just yet. Right? Quickly grab the stuff from there. Fire antidote might be useful later.
At the shack, the only clue was a tuft of fur and half-chewed logs, until he heard a snarl that stood Arlo's fur on end. A backstabber pup.
Just a young backstabber. You can
The
get rid
pup's
of them.
nest would not be far. Arlo feared for the beaver's fate.
Either okay? I hope so. Because, the metal working guy was, I'm pretty sure, not the best of fates when he was murdered. Not by me, I didn't murder him. He was murdered by frog dudes. Was it frog dudes? I think it was frogs, wasn't it? Quickly try and kill off this guy. I'm doing fine. Let's make sure I'm healed up. Big heavy attacks, I do a lunge. Was not enough to get the kill. We got close. You know what? Just shoot him. So much easier. So much easier. I continue looting these guys as well, because I don't entirely know when it's going to be worth not looting them. Because it does take a moment to loot, and after a while, it will be at a point where looting them is not worth doing. Anyway, buy. I can buy from you a gun. I mean, yeah. It's lighter than what I'm using. Does more base damage. Less poison, or less fire, but poison instead. And it's only slightly less total from elemental damage. The helmet looks to be quite good. I'd quite like to buy both of those. It's going to cost all of my money. I think that'll be worth it. So if I now go to my inventory, go to my weapons, go to, yeah, that. This one can become... You know what? No, I'm going to keep those both as poison damage. Just because that's a lot of poison damage, that's a lot of just regular damage. Question is, can I actually fire my gun currently? Yes. Yes, I can. Cool. I didn't expect to be buying a gun. And oh, this strikes me as... There's a boss
Beaver lay
fight.
unmoving.
Yeah.
Another death on his conscience. The culprit stood before him. Arlo did not have his father to aid him.
We're doing fine
This
enough for now.
time he would fight alone.
Doing fine enough for now. I need to sharpen my weapon. Freeze the guy a little. Set him on fire as well. Isn't the worst thing. I'm not doing great, however, currently, am I? Taking quite a few hits. A handbrake for Garzo is worth keeping in mind. Thought that would interrupt him, it didn't. I didn't. Get clapping them. I am not doing great here, am I? No, I'm dead. It's trying to create some distance. This is fine though. I am playing in a hard difficulty. I do want to still buy that gun. And the armor. Go to inventory. I do want to equip the helmet. Yes. Want to equip the gun. Yes. Then want to rest. Because that gets me my save. I'll use my whetstone immediately. So backstabber, what's it going to be weak to? Poison. Just poison. I have a decent weapon that's just poison. I've got one weapon. Which, I'll be honest, yeah, looks to be fine. An entirely poison-based build currently then. Give you a good whack. Did charge an attack there. Didn't quite work. Guard, I'm doing well. We're continuing to be doing well. They're Running all over the place, but it's working out a bit. Give you some good whacks. They are now actually poisoned, which is likely. Slap your tail slightly. I did get hit by that. Let's try and heal while they're stopped for a moment. Fine. Less fine after that. Just heal. Just heal. Try and freeze them. Got a little bit of damage on them. They're trying to guard. I was going to try and get rid of that guard, but apparently slightly too slow. They're now poisoned again, which is good. Managed to parry, and I think that's done. Look at this. Second try. Look at me go. I'm proud of myself for that. Carve him up first, and then we'll talk to you. Who's unconscious?
The backstabber lay defeated, and Arlo
Was
paid his
unconscious.
respects to the beaver, who leapt up at Arlo's paw. Playing dead had spared his life. A chance to work and live at Winter's Edge brought a sparkle to Billy Beaver's eye. He could not wait to get his teeth into the stone of the mighty keep. Arlo hoped he did not mean it literally.
There we are. We've got ourselves a... I mean, I want to say he's just a builder. I don't know. He might be like a lumberjack as well. I'm not sure if he's going to like gather resources at all for me. I'd imagine not. Yeah, with that, we're about done in this area. What the hell are these guys? I don't know. They don't like fire, apparently. And they tunnel through the ground. You know what? It reminds me of the centipede, who I did not enjoy fight. I just quickly heal up. These guys I'm gonna have to fight, I believe. Or I might not have to. I'm going to for the most part. You know, I can just use a gun. A gun will do a decent enough job on them, I think. Okay. They're about dead. Got one last one to get rid of. The gun is hopefully doing damage off the side of the screen. I don't know, I think I killed him. Yeah, that looks to have worked. Just loot all of this. There we are. Filled up my ammo and everything. I will drop a quick save by sitting on the bench. And off we continue. Where hopefully there's no longer any more enemies. Right? I look to be about safe. I keep pressing the wrong button to go to my inventory. I'm going to switch back to the frost weapon. I picked the wrong one. There we go. So frost weapon I do think is currently my best. This guy's just walking the whole way, isn't he? I mean, I understand I need to walk as well. I didn't expect him to actually move the whole distance. Going past the farm, I do not need to stop at the elder. Beaver stopped here. Just having a drink with the locals. But more importantly, I need to take those fellas underground their bug burgers from their Moldonalds. I don't entirely know what I expected to find in that hole. But I didn't expect to find that. Like just some moles waiting on their delivery. That did surprise me a little. Let's make my way under again. Don't have to go too far down. Can I, like, just climb down this ladder? Yeah, I can. There we go. Continue running over. And it should be just up here, right? Or is it the level below here? No, this was the mine. I will still mine this. Some silver ore, apparently I haven't found that before. I've definitely found gold, which seems to be rarer. Silver ore, apparently fairly new to me. Yeah, continuing on down. Was this the level I needed to be at? I think it was up here, right? Yeah, this feels correct. Oh, have your mole Donalds.
Arlo's stomach grumbled, but he was happy to see the moles enjoy their meal.
Okay. It's quite a powerful weapon in terms of electric damage. It's a two-handed mole hammer. We also get mole pauldrons. Okay. That's not bad at all. We got like some decent bits of equipment from that. Cool. Also got an achievement, which is also quite fun. But not as useful. Not as useful an achievement. I'm happy to have that bit of armor. I think it's the main thing from that. Like the armor and two-handed weapon. Because two-handed weapons aren't necessarily most common. The current one I've got, I believe I did crafting to get. So yeah, I'm quite happy to have that, I think. For now though, we have ourselves a builder. I think. Hopefully we do. He should be here anyway. Unless he just passed out drunk at the village. Drop a save. Yeah, what's going on now? We've got ourselves a builder? Has he set himself up? I'm assuming I need to go inside here, but apparently no, we don't. Oh, you need wood. You need stone. Builder's Yard allows Arlo to upgrade Winter's Edge with new shops. Winter's Edge has 4 plots of land. Can all be upgraded with different shops. Select this plot of land to upgrade. All 4 possible upgrades are shown here, but none of them can be built without the Builder's Yard. So select the Builder's Yard. Panel shows the shop's upgrade tree. Required upgrades shows required upgrade being the panel shows previous building that is any previous building that is needed. Okay. And then materials and costs. You know, that all makes sense. Yeah.
With Billy Beaver in place, work could start on the Builder's Yard.
Upgrade it.
With enough materials and gold,
Into that.
Arlo would make Winter's Edge a place beyond his father's dreams.
We could upgrade this if I had more money. Over here. Basic shop. Is that going to get me money? It might, but I need to find gold beak, which presumably would work there. For smithing, I need to find leather gloves and such. For cooking, I need a chef pot. And get Marco the Farmer joins us later as well. That'd be quite fun. For now though, here we are. We have made our basic kind of builders here. I could upgrade it to max once I have more money. I am tempted to do so. And here I can convert wood logs into planks. Is that saying it costs me money or is that giving me money? That's a cost. It goes into red. Got it. In which case, looks like we go back into here. And oh, you want me to go upstairs? Yes. What he said. What did he say? It's lost and found. Okay, so stuff I don't grab while out murdering things gets collected into there. That seems useful. That seems useful. We've got various things to refill on for traps and whatnot too. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. We just want to go back into there every now and then. And for now, we've got ourselves possibly a new quest. Yeah. Forge and stove. Now that we have a builder in place, Leaf suggests Winter's Edge's smithy and kitchen be a priority to feed and arm the villagers for any future Darkwing attacks. That. You've just given me the stuff I need to set up the buildings. Brilliant. I don't even have to worry. Wrong door. I want to go further out to the right. So, if we're making shops, I believe the shop itself should be here, next to the dock, because that would let it actually export stuff. If arming people, it should be near the outskirts for like defense purposes. So you're gonna live here as a smithy. There we go. As for this, I do not currently have the money. Can I go to the mission quick? I shouldn't have upgraded the builder's yard. Do I ever have you? You don't really make me all that much just yet. I want to get you leveled up. Because then I'll be able to make some cooler stuff. You got like bone pauldrons and whatnot. That's all nice, but not what I need. Not what I need. Yeah, so if I'm needing money, I need to do a quest. So I'm going to do this one. On the cards, it's in the rift. I can go there. That's fine. Fast travel point. I can just go to the world map, can't I? So I'm in my home base. And we want to go all the way over there. It's a long distance, and I believe we need to start off by going to there, right? Can I not fast travel from here? No. I guess we do need to go to a fast travel point. Well, we could fast travel from our home base. Well, I guess I was mistaken. Let's keep on running on over. We need this. Which now will let me fast travel, right? Yeah. That's good. That's what I needed. Yeah, in the rift, what exactly have I got? I mean, I've got you. I'm looking for your glasses. If I find them, that would be good. But no promises. I'm just looking for money. I am going to go down the bottom route from here. But apparently I've got some stuff to murder. Let's put the rest. We're now all good to drop down. And... oh, merchant. What have you got? I'm supposed to be saving money, but... cool two-handed fire sword. Very tempting. Not something I need, however. So we're going to leave it. We're going to leave it. Yeah, apparently we got stuff to kill down here.
Short Tongue was right. The rift was infested with tail spinners. Their webs would snare all
These
if they were not
guys
stopped.
weak to fire, yeah. Okay. I can also freeze them if I want to, which might not be a bad idea. Freezing them, not at all bad. Can also poison them. I don't know how useful that poison is, but I've done it, and it doesn't seem to last. What are you doing? My not entirely spidery friend. I mean, he looks kinda spidery, but he's not the most spidery person either. Quickly do this. Who are you?
freeing the frog from the web, Arlo sent him back to Bogmire Forge.
Two-handed poison.
Arlo hoped he had not caught the
weapon.
attention of the hatchling's mother.
Leave it be. A pauldron is possibly better in some ways. There we go. Is that it? Is that all the mission is? Perfect. That went a lot quicker than I thought it would. Got me 25 coins as well. That's easy money. I'm not against that at all. And I'll also very briefly stop in here, just in case there's now anything else, which apparently there is not. There's whatever that machine is, which I'm assuming is like a distillery. I'm not 100% certain. Okay, just make sure I'm a little filled up on my healing juices. Whatever this is, fire antidote, sure. And we got some kind of funky noises, which I will proceed to ignore. I'm also just gonna leave. Alright, I'm gonna try to leave, but we're gonna apparently web me. Which is very rude. Very rude. Let's heal up a bit. Drop save while I'm on my way. Grab some berries, fill up my healing juice. And yeah, now we just continue on where... I mean, there's that underneath part, which we never did fully get into, did we? Just block their webs and continue running, because I'm not bothered to fight. I don't need to fight everything, so I'm not going to. Doesn't seem to really benefit you much if you fight literally everything. Keep dropping saves, just in case me being careless leads to me dying, because there's a decent chance. There's a decent chance it does. Making my way up. Got the weird altar, which I am going to continue to ignore. I'm sure it doesn't mean anything. I hope it doesn't mean anything. Whereabouts are we now? I think we're getting closer. Still a little while to go. I'm hoping it's got a fast travel point over there, otherwise it's going to be quite the distance I need to travel in the future. Which, I mean, aside from a handful of spiders, there's not been much. The frogs cleared out after last time, maybe. There's not been any frogs. Yeah, just more spiders down below. Doing their spidery business, as spiders tend to do. Have been down there, right? No, I haven't. Could go down there. I don't see there being any reason just yet, but it's good to know it's an option. I want to get into here. I had assumed it was through this doorway. Was it from above I need to go? I mean, I can go up. I hadn't thought that was relevant. But I mean, maybe I need to be up here. I'm pretty sure this was just like the equipment, right? Yeah, this is just like Crusader Pauldron. Then you got this, which I guess I forgot to come back for last time. I swear I already got that in the past. I'm confused. How do I get to that person? So if I can't go through here, no. Lost my tarot cards. If I can return cards, will reward me. Yeah. I guess we just need to collect more cards. I don't know how many cards I've got. And yeah, we've got 2 knight cards and a farmer card. Don't seem hugely useful, all in all. Ah well. I'll just murder some of these frogs quickly. There goes one. Get a lot of murder on him quickly. There we go. Then gone. Quickly loot their stuff. It's not particularly anything good, but sure. And yeah, no, we can't go down there anyway. Ah well. We'll just head back, I guess. It's a bit disappointing. I kind of thought I'd be able to do the mission over on that side. There's not a fast travel point I can activate, so no. Just need to go back. Hello. They're just frog people that I can ignore. Feels a bit mean ignoring them, but at the same time, I'm allowed to. I don't have to fight. It's good to see the frogs have made a comeback from it. I don't like completely wipe them out. It's not maybe the best thing to see, but it's good to know. It's good to know I haven't just genocided an entire civilization accidentally. Continuing on back, yeah, just need to take the upper route soon. It presents itself. Oh. And this will lead us to our fast travel point. But we've not found those glasses, have we? We're maybe, like, down in that segment? No, because we've been down there. That was just through the door. I don't know if this person lost their glasses. There's a magpie somewhere. They've lost their glasses. I don't know where that is. Is it Sven?
Something sparkled in the mud under the bridge. Perhaps in finding a treasure here, she had let this one fall.
I mean, I was literally just commenting on it. I should complain more often. I really should. Hello, magpie. I've got you your glasses.
So delighted was Maggie at the return of her spectacles, she even offered Arlo her rarest treasure of all. A very small discount.
Happy to have a small discount. We've also got a big spider, and we've already accepted that one. Can I accept both?
Short Tongue shouted at Arlo's approach. The tail spinner queen had taken frogs captive to feed her young. Arlo did not hesitate. This was a fate he wouldn't wish on even his worst enemy.
Let's check. Do I now have both of those quests from these guys? No, I can only have one at a time. So I've now got that one. Rather than the just murder spiders in general. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. I can do without it for now. No, we just need to go back to here. We need to do some building. We will need to find a merchant. I don't know where and when we'll find him. But we just need to find a merchant at some point. As for this, we would like to build a kitchen. There we go. I think we would like to upgrade it. Why? I don't know. I feel it's something we want. Heart, potatoes, and mushroom. I'm assuming that's all we need for this first meal then, right? Yeah, makes looks to be fish and chips. Make that rather quickly. With that, I now have an extended health bar. That's what we want. Next we need to find a banana. Maybe like some milk and... I'm not sure what that other one is. I'm sure we can do that. And our area is actually starting to look good again. Which is nice. We still need to fix this interior, however. Rescue the Rangers is next. Accept it. And then I'm gonna go help out that guy with his fishing rod.
Leaf had news from the docks. A hunter had arrived in the night, badly injured and seeking help from the warden.
I think this one might take a priority if it's someone who's badly injured by the docks. He's going to be next to the fast travel, isn't he?
The young hunter was unsteady on his paws and seemed afraid. Leaf bid him tell his tale. Tuck and his family were royal hunters. They had been sent by the king to the rift, but met with disaster. At the temple ruins, a strange creature from the sky had taken his father and brother.
Creature from the sky, it's either bats or birds, it would seem. Would require me to go to the rift? Just out of curiosity. Requires me there. I thought it would be up here, but apparently not. We're not going to go back to the rift just yet, though. We are looking for that guy's fishing rod, which he dropped down the well somewhere. So I can just build that from a map. That's useful. Yeah, because we want to go to here. We've apparently got a mission to hunt something, so I'm going to hunt that something. Will first, though, check what I'm hunting. So I can properly prepare my equipment. What exactly is it I will be hunting? It is... snakes. I'm fighting snakes. They... Fire seems to be pretty good rule of thumb. Fire or lightning. So we don't want this. We have 1 fire on that is not good. 10 fire on this. As opposed to 14 lightning. I'm gonna go for this sword. I'm gonna go for that sword. We do have a very good lightning hammer. And... yes, I'll stick with this scum. Just because it's got a good base damage, I think it might be better. Rest again, now that I'm ready. And yeah. Just gonna sharpen the weapon and fight some snakes.
Too late. The nest was a writhing snare of slither scale. If any escaped, who knew how many would fall prey to them? Arlo would not let that happen.
Just grab all the stuff before I
The blaze destroyed the last of the nest. But Arlo had
big
no
snake's
time
not
to
going to be
rest.
too bad, I don't
The
think.
slither scale had returned.
Being mildly poisoned and whatnot is not ideal. Heal up, just while I stop them. This is not going amazingly. Set them on fire slightly. I just need to heal. Ouch, that did not work. I have such a large AoE. God almighty. Okay, this is more than doable. They just have a really huge AoE. That's all. Poison as well is pretty bad because it stuns me. But, them gone. I think we'll hopefully be okay. If I just drink some poison antidote, is that resistance to poison for a while? I hope so. It looks to be. I'm stunned then. This is rather nice. Okay, taking some damage there. Quickly heal. Hide over here. Quickly heal. Try and freeze them so I can interrupt what they're doing. Stay out of their poisony area. Then drink some antidotes so that I'm resistant to the poison. Stun them. Okay, got hit by that. I thought I'd move in the way that I'd avoid it. Okay, I'm calling that not my fault because I dodged. They just hit too large an area. I couldn't dodge out the way. If I dodged backwards, it wouldn't have worked. Maybe I just need to time it better? I don't know. Oh, one last guy. There we go. What? I use a lot of my healing now, don't I? Yeah, give him a good old whack. I don't entirely know what that thing that stuns me is. Doing alright. Just make sure I'm dodging far out of the way whenever they do their shot. Go. Getting a good amount of dodges in. Try and freeze him briefly. Do drink a poison antidote just to be safe. Set them on fire, so we're not very happy about that. I don't know what to do here. They're just making a lot of noise, and I don't know what's going on. Get some damage in. While they're stunned briefly, I can get some heal. I think I managed to avoid their damage somehow. I don't entirely know how. But staggered from whatever that weird like effect being is. I was like they stare at me in a weird way, like a basilisk or something maybe. It's Organ. Organ would kind of make sense if it's a snake. But they're gone. That works out rather well. That worked out rather well.
With the slither scale defeated, the forest settled into tranquility once more.
As a weapon, 12 poison damage is quite nice. Poison bow I can do without, but I will quite happily take that other one. Yeah, carve it up. And we've got more of them to carve up as well. Is there also something there? Did some digging. I don't know entirely what that did. But we did it. That's a mission complete. Lovely. That went about as well as it could have. Drop a save briefly. Then... yeah, there is a guy over there, but they dropped their stuff down a well. The well in the village is here, and presumably leads down to there. Like this little corner. So I'm going to head over there. We're going to see what there is. I'm going to mine this as well. I do need some more healing juice, if possible. Gold is just a nice thing to straight up pick. And yeah, we want to go through this little tunnel. Which gets me... I don't know, I'm hoping for a fishing rod. I don't know if there is one. We do have this spot here, which has filled me up with more healing, as well as a save. Yeah, I'm expecting it to be, like, maybe down here? Do we have a fishing rod? We've got some kind of vending machines. Okay. What's this all about? What is this all about? Oh, look. We've got a fishing rod.
A mole. He has been using the rod to dip his biscuits in honey, as he hated having sticky paws.
Are you willing to give it to me? Okay, I found the fishing rod. How does that help me? It's not immediately obvious, is it? Do I find them like a pair of tongs? Like what? What's the move here? I don't know. I guess I'll go tell the other guy. Oh yeah, sorry. Your fishing rod has been requisitioned for dipping biscuits in honey. I don't know. I don't think that's what you tell to someone whose livelihood was reliant on the fishing rod. Drop another quick save here. What? What do you want from that? I don't know. I mean, we've got snakes that we can just murder. That's all fine. I'm being a bit reckless, but I will quickly murder the snakes. There we go. And there's supposed to be fast travel here, right? Yeah, fast travel. Fill up my canteen. There we are. And for fast travel, I guess we can go talk to the guy. Let him know what's happening. I'm not sure. I think we just substitute for the guy so we can, like, still fish. Like, what's the move here? Looking for your fishing rod, yes. It doesn't help. What did I do? I mean, there's an area of the map I've not explored. There's also the ice run. I did want to go to the ice run, so we're gonna do that. Ice run was if I go down there and then up in that little nook. Just got an egg. You doing all good with your egg? Hopefully. You buy hops as well. It's useful for something. Don't know what, but I'll buy it. I'm not gonna say no to a quest item if I see it. I'm not bothered enough to actually fight these guys. I'm just gonna leave. Go up is what we want, which means we need to grapple. There we are. We crawl along. Do we have another grapple point, or do we just have to go down? We have to go down. Hello. I'm too lazy to fight you, so I'm leaving. It's up here. I need to go. Not B, and just press the upper button. There we go. This is what we wanted.
The air hummed with powerful energy. As Arlo approached the statue, he could feel the strange power pulsing through him again. As the statue calmed, Arlo could feel new strength inside him.
There we are. We've now got an improved icy thing, whatever that might be. Also with this. Not anything all that useful. Where did I go? From here to get the fishing rod. I genuinely have no idea. Also, apparently I can just jump up this, which is good. There we are. I'm thinking we go up this area. I don't know what's there. Could be we're not allowed in. But I'm gonna try because we've not been there. It might have something related to fishing rod stuff. I don't know, how do you stop a guy from getting his fingers sticky? Can I not go in here? No, I'm not allowed. Alright, I'm just not allowed. That's a bit of a shame. Slightly understandable, but a bit of a shame. How am I meant to do? It's either new fishing rod or like a pair of gloves, maybe? Gloves would work, right? Big gloves would work. Let's go in here. What do you sell? You sell blueprints and a bag of herbs. We do need the herbs. Recognize that as something needed. That was for the cooking. All houses. Houses for new residents in style of this forest. I will buy houses. I will crest. I'll buy a statue. I don't know if we need the crest. I guess I'll buy it anyway. I guess I'll want to keep a lookout at shops for stuff like that. Going into here, I've got some side missions, right? It's got a request, clay for gold, hops for gold. I'll do that one. It's a lot of gold. Wood planks and logs. I'll do the clay. Although you know what? I should do all of those. It might affect something important. We have done that. I believe we have not done this one. So I'll add that, but I don't think it's important. They seem to be repeatable.
Despite destroying the nests, the sounds of hundreds of feet could still be heard in the Golden Forest. They had to be cleared out, and Arlo was quick to volunteer.
Fishing rod. I don't know how. There's something I'm missing for that fishing rod mission. I don't know what it is. I found the fishing rod. The guy wanted to keep it though. So I don't entirely know what you do about that. So I guess we'll just continue with main mission-y stuff for now. I mean, we've got a request to murder something. I can do a quick bit of murdering something. That's fine.
Arlo made for the temple ruins once more. The Dark Wings returning so soon troubled him. He hoped the rotting corpses of frogs he'd left to fester had not been the cause.
Yeah, I don't kind of just leave corpses there. The Raider is not wrong. If we're fighting frogs and possibly bats, fire? Possibly electric, but mostly fire is what we want. As for... I mean, it might be birds. Ice or electric. Okay, keep those in mind. Electric, and if it is bats, we go over to this. That seems like a decent idea.
They crept up on the eight-legged monstrosity as she ensnared another frog in her webs.
Yeah, you've ensnared this frog. Good to know. You're an insectoid? Probably. You're going to be weak to fire and electric. You've got electric equipped. Yeah, that works. I am not prepared for this. I didn't really come in well prepared. Just heal up a little. I think we're doing fine. I'd like to sharpen my weapon. Do a little dodge. Try and freeze them. Didn't quite work. But now has a rebound on it after we've upgraded it. That's cool. Doing moderately okay so far. I should really be trying to parry that whenever it gives the option, shouldn't I? Because that actually stuns them pretty much. Get a little bit of poison on them. It's not done much. Okay, reasonable hit there is not fun. Doing alright. Just need to heal. Just need to finish healing. There we go. No more healing left, and I'm now a little bit more worried. Let's be a little careful. And they've run off.
The webbing
We've
was
saved
thick
some
and
people
tough,
then.
but their blades soon cut them to ribbons. Short Tongue sent the terrified frog toward Bogmire Forge.
I'd say that was a successful mission, even if we didn't fully beat the guy. Yeah. Maybe. Feels like it was a successful mission. Even if it maybe technically wasn't. Assuming we head up and across. Looks to be okay. Grab whatever's in there. Whetstones! Lovely. We did need more of those, which have apparently unequipped themselves, so we equip them again. Would she have a shop? She does. Merfolk houses? Sure. Buy another statue. Buy a crest. Hanging bird boxes? Sure. Flags? Why not? Lanterns? A couple of cards.
The Death Card. A harbinger of bad tidings. The Council Card. This card brings balance to any deck.
We've got some more cards and such, and that was a pretty good shop all in all. However, I do need apparently like somewhere else to refill my healing items. So I quickly go into here. Oh, do you sell me anything? No. Is the chef? Alright. It is worth stopping at all of these shops, Steven. Like, I don't entirely know where we equip styles for housing and all that, but it seems to be worth having. There we go. Barricade gone. It's just a case of going over there, and we've got the whalebone graveyard area where we'll be doing more of a fight. Hello, I'm gonna ignore all of you. Goodbye. It's very rude, isn't it? They just want to kill me. I just leave. I don't care what they want. In fairness, I don't know if I would want to be caring what they want. What they want is to kill me. Heal up a little. Grab berries to fill up. Stop here. There we go. Do you have anything worth buying? You don't particularly, no. Let's continue on over this way. Continue this way, we'll be fine. And some kind of a track for... Okay, yeah, we are going to be fighting bats.
Injured though she was, Queen had no intention of giving up her hunt. The young hungered.
I don't entirely know what her new moveset means, but I seem to manage it. At least for now. Take that back. It's slightly dying. Heal up. Ouch. She stunned me and then just attacked. That did a lot of damage. Okay. Give me a good chance to heal just there, though. Now she's run off again.
Another villager freed. They too headed for Bogmire, and Arlo wondered how many more frogs it could take.
Have we got more then? Yeah, we just need to keep following. I mean, I'm happy to finish off this mission. We'll then get back to the main story. So we kind of just started and now are continuing to do this mission. So we may as well finish it, you know?
A dank and unsettling place. It had to be the Queen's lair. Arlo wondered what his father would say if he could see him risking his life for frogs.
I mean, it might be frogs, but it's not necessarily the same frogs that have done all of the bad stuff, right? Okay, got some decent damage in there with spells, I think. Give you a bit of a burn. Could do decent damage. You don't like fire, I don't think. Yeah, okay, I thought I was going to be fine where I was. I was not. I had a return trip, which should not go well for me. Okay. I should hopefully be able to survive this still. Oh, I'm about dead. I'm about dead. Can take a shot with a gun though, and barely survive.
The tail spinner queen was dead, and the frogs were soon at work rebuilding the village. The warden was
Pretty good
sure
weapon,
mammalian-amphibian
actually.
relations would be forever changed.
Really bad against fire, but that's generally quite a nice shield. We're gonna equip that. A helmet. Good against poison and ice. We should probably want for bats. This one I'm gonna say no to because it's just too heavy. There we are. Mission done. I am about dead. But mission done. God, I barely have a pixel or two of health there. I don't think I'd count that as a huge victory. And I don't have any decent healing until this next kind of stopping point. So hopefully there's not any enemies have spawned. There aren't, and they're somewhat bad ones. Make sure I run away far
In the
enough.
distance, Arlo could make out the silhouette of a solitary hunter. Maybe this was the rat he was looking for.
Okay, healed. That is good. I picked up whatever was in those boxes. That's probably good. Sat at a bench. I mean, benches are worth saving. Okay, you don't care for my damage type. You wanted fire, did you not? If I'm remembering. Poison is tempting, but no, we're looking for fire type. And down he goes. You want fire? Okay, you can freeze me. That's a bit, but understandable, I guess. And now I'm dead. Okay. Being surrounded, not good. Try and have them both on the one side of me, if possible. Again, wrong button. But switch over to 5. 5 is better. One gone. 2 gone. That fire spell didn't do anything. That's a bit annoying. Try and heal up a little. Shielded dudes are being a bit of a nuisance. Then just try and freeze them. Didn't work. They are fast with their attacks. Surprisingly so for what looks like such big fellas. I don't know why I'm struggling against these guys. The archers seem to be mostly manageable. It's just the other ones I'm struggling. Just whack you. There we go. Everyone gone. I'm doing fine. There we go. Great for guard. I'll try to. Fireballs didn't actually do as much damage as I hoped they would. Try and poison them as well then. I thought that was me going into an animation to kill him, so I didn't get that walking correct. Damn it, they froze me and then just murdered me. These guys are mean, I don't like them. No, I'm gonna sharpen my weapon. It's worth doing, it's worth doing. I need to go over to the correct weapon again. I need to remember to do this. I might just set that bench again if I remember next time. Then gone, we're now hopefully all good. There we go. We're immediately setting that one on fire. Heal up. There we are. One who's on fire we are going to focus on. Charging attack, got me a decent bit of damage. I'm dying though. It's not good. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm struggling with both. It's not even the boss. This is just enemies. And I've remembered this time. Change my weapon. There we go. One. Two. Interrupt what he was doing. Fireball. I'm doing my best to just damage you guys, but it's tough. It's tough. They've got a lot of health to them. Like, I don't know entirely how to get through them, I'll be honest. They don't seem to care about me hitting them. Like, I understand that I'm playing on the harder difficulty. It's not meant to be easy. Not by any means. But still, it seems a little excessive. I will maybe pop the potion of anti-freeze or whatever it is. Okay, he just blocked the spell. Lovely. I wasn't quick enough for that. Tried to parry there, it didn't quite work, because if you start an attack, you can't stop the attack. The guard. I don't know why I'm struggling here so much. This is just a fight. It's not even meant to be a difficult one. There we go. I am in trouble. We're healing. It's maybe gonna help. We'll see. It's not helping much. Drink a potion so I don't freeze up accidentally while trying to avoid these guys. They've just got so much reach to them on their attacks. Okay, one's down. One's down next. I'm managing better now, it's just one-on-one. Managing worse when I try to do my dodge or block, and it just doesn't because I've already started an attack. Just stop that, yeah. There we go. I feel like it's almost intended for you to always have a whetstone on, which feels weird, I'll be honest. So if it's intended for you to always have it, for them to give you the option to just not have it, that seems odd, because if you don't restock on them or find them or whatever, you're just not going to have what you then need. If that is something you're essentially intended to have. I don't know. Seems odd to me. I feel if you had like a reusable wet blade, it would be a lot... Not wet blade, whetstone. It'd be a lot more sensible. But I think you need to have one. You need to have one on. Like, even just for these fights. Like, this isn't a boss, but I'm really struggling on this difficulty. Maybe on normal difficulty it'd be fun. But, no. I'm not playing a normal difficulty. I maybe should, but I'm not. Stop him from doing whatever he was going to do. Yeah, because once you commit to an attack, you're kind of just stuck there for a while. It's not very fun. So I can do a charge attack, that's all well and good. There's a lot of damage, if I miss, I just get hit like that. Makes it feel like charge attacks just aren't worth doing. Like, even the light attack is feeling like I'm pretty much set in stone. I need to do it. I don't have another choice. But, yeah. Rid of them at least. Again, I got an attack and it just doesn't stagger him at all. I think if it did, I'd be more happy. But it doesn't. If it staggered him so they didn't continue attacking you after the heavy attack, yeah, that'd be good. But no, you do a heavy attack and it feels like it doesn't help. Unless it just meant you doing heavies only after like a parry. Which I guess could make sense, but it'd be a little bit odd. There we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to do light attacks only, I think. Try and get that anti-freeze crack. There we go. Well, trying to do it, took quite a lot of damage. Just try and poison that. Find plasma maybe? No, I bounced off of the shield. So of course the shield bounces wind off of it. I need to drink more anti-freeze, there we go. I think I got hit there. I thought I did my parry correct, but apparently not. I am just going in for like glancing blows here, which does not feel correct. I died because they hit such a large range. I thought I dodge rolled far enough away, but I didn't. I didn't. I don't know, I'm struggling here so much. This is just a fight. Like, is it that my weapon's just not very good? Do I have a better fire weapon? I don't think I really do I? No. I've not had the opportunity to upgrade it. No, that guy blocks my shield. Shield guy fire blast with his shield is what I was going to say. That kinda sucks. Try and heal up. That's all my healing now used. Just trying to focus down one guy currently. I've lost track of which one it was, damn it. Okay, just get some good hits on him. And then get hit back, of course. They move around so quickly. Okay, he's gone at least. There we go. There's some fire. It's one-on-one and I'm about dead. But I got him. Thank God. Why is that so difficult? I don't know how I struggled so much. I think it's just because of the difficulty. I take so much damage from an attack. And the statuses build up so much quicker as well, probably. I don't even have a pixel of health this time. Oh no, I'm mildly regretting my difficulty choice. But we'll see. Maybe it's alright. Oh no, there's another fight. This is not particularly alright. If there's another shield guy, I'm dead. There is another shield guy. Get rid of guy who does not have a shield first. Let's double check I can't leave. I'm not legally allowed to leave. Okay, but I could get an attack, then counter. I could not. I don't know why I'm struggling so badly. Am I doing something wrong? Am I messing up somehow? You're gone. That's good. Archer, please also be gone. There we go. Okay, hide over here for a second. Okay, I was going to go for a heavy attack, assuming he'd put his shield up. He did not. Okay, got a few solid hits there. Shield up back. Okay. Bit of damage in with the whirlwind. I'm just doing a lot of dodging. I think dodging feels a lot safer to me than anything else, but you can get a parry in occasionally. There we go. Did that without getting hit, 'cause if I did get hit, I would have been dead. Oh no, do I have more healing anywhere nearby? I think just down here maybe, No. No, I don't.
The ranger proclaimed he was Robin of Longtail, first hunter to the king. He had escaped the dark
Robin,
wings,
and
glad to know Tuck was safe, but he would not leave while his youngest, Little John, was still captive. These creatures were doing more than raiding, but there was no chance to explain as dark shadows.
Okay, God. It's immediately dead. Oh no.
The ranger proclaimed he was Robin of Longtail,
I'm gonna have to listen
first
through this
hunter
each
to the
time,
king.
haven't I?
He had escaped the dark wings,
I can't take a single
glad to
hit
know
here.
Tuck was safe, but he would not leave while his youngest, Little John, was still captive.
This isn't going to
These
go well.
creatures were doing more than raiding. There was no chance
There
to
we go.
explain, as
It's that spear guy with his charge. Like, I know I can counter it.
the ranger proclaimed
But,
he was Robin of Longtail.
He just kind of comes in
First
immediately
hunter to the
and
king.
I die.
He had
To
escaped
get
the
lightly
Darkwings,
tapped by his
and
weapon.
glad to know Tuck was safe. But he would not leave while his youngest, Little John, was still captive. These creatures were doing more than
Archer
raiding.
is my bigger
There was no
concern.
chance to explain,
But,
as
not
dark
undead.
shadows swooped down.
What? What am I going to do there?
The ranger proclaimed he
know.
was Robin of Longtail,
Hello, Robin
first
the
hunter to the
Longtail.
king.
First hunter to the
He
king,
had
you don't
escaped
say.
the Darkwings, and glad to know Tuck was safe. But he would not leave while his youngest, Little John, was still captive. These creatures were doing more than raiding. There was no chance to explain,
Yeah,
as dark...
I tried to dodge roll through the guy, didn't work. Did take out the other one.
The ranger proclaimed he was Robin of Longtail, first hunter to the
This
king.
is not good.
He had escaped the Darkwings, and glad to know Tuck was safe. But he would not leave while his youngest, Little John, was still captive. These creatures were doing more than raiding, but there was no chance to
Okay,
explain,
I am
as
for a
dark
very
shadows swooped
brief
down
moment
upon them.
alive. Got a counter in. There we go. And oh no. Okay, this is where we die. What do I do now? There's two of these guys again. I'm gonna have to just resort to using pretty much entirely spells and ranged weapons. Like, ranged weapons are gonna have to be my friends here. They do a lot of damage. I do have my friend as well, who I think gets some shots in every now and then. I don't trust myself to do this without just cheesing it. I'm not fighting two of them at this. I've got 9 shots left. I'm dead. Damn it. I thought I was far enough away. So quick with that attack. I wonder who this could possibly
ranger
be.
proclaimed
Robin
he
of
was Robin of
Longtail, first hunter
Longtail.
to the king.
First hunter to the
Who would have
king.
known?
He had escaped the Darkwings, and glad to know Tuck was safe. But he would not leave while his youngest, Little John, was still captive. These creatures were doing more than raiding, but there was no chance to explain, as dark shadows swooped down upon them.
I'm dead. Lovely. That's 'cause he did one of those non-telegraphed attacks. In terms of it doesn't have an indicator.
The ranger proclaimed he was Robin of Longtail, first hunter to the king.
I might
He
actually turn
escaped
the
the Darkwings, and glad to
I'm
know
not
Tuck
sure I'm
was
having
safe.
fun at this
But he
difficulty
would
right
not
now.
leave while his youngest, Little John, was still captive. These creatures were doing more than raiding, but there was no chance to explain, as dark shadows swooped down upon them.
Okay, got parrying. Lovely, lovely stuff. Apparently he put his shield up while he was doing that. That's a bit annoying. Again, I should probably be doing my ranged attacks mostly, shouldn't I? Okay, he's facing the wrong way for that one. Tried to do a charge attack to break his guard, but he stopped having his guard up before I got it off. Guy's charging at me, that's a bit annoying. having to do this hitless is where the difficulty lies, I think.
The ranger proclaimed he was Robin of Longtail, first hunter to the king. He had escaped the Darkwings, and glad to know Tuck was safe, but he would not leave while his youngest, Little John, was still captive. These creatures were doing more than raiding, but there was no chance to explain as dark shadows swooped down upon them.
Okay, that's often alright start already. Slightly interesting one. An alright start. I'm worried about all that ice on the ground. I don't think there's much I can do about it. Dodge away. Keep his guard up while doing that. Of course, I get the spell off, but he puts his shield up as I do it. Doesn't actually link to anything. Use the gun. Poison them both. Should hopefully help. It's one of them gone. Now am I gone as well, lovely. I couldn't have dodged over because it's at the edge of the arena. But like any healing, this would be fine.
The ranger proclaimed he was Robin of Longtail, first hunter to the king. He had escaped the Darkwings, and glad to know Tuck was safe, but he would not leave while his youngest, Little John, was still captive. These creatures were doing more than raiding, but there was no chance to explain as dark shadows swooped down upon them.
Not just gun. Helped a bit, yeah. Okay, gun. Gun's moderately useful. Did not help hugely there though. Set him on fire. I was at the edge of the arena, so I couldn't have dodged that. I'm having a fun time. Even on a lower difficulty, this help doesn't change anything. This is painful for me, it's got to be so much more painful to watch.
First hunter to the king.
I'm sorry for
Escaped
this.
the Darkwings, and glad to know Tuck was safe, but he would not leave while his youngest, Little John, was still captive. These creatures were doing more than raiding, but there was no chance to explain as dark shadows swooped down upon them.
Managed to guard. Managed to get a kill. Lovely. Of course, my skill went to waste. That was a shame. Try and poison them both. Both with a gun. Now I'm dead. Why do they have such a stupid amount of reach on them? I wonder, can I jump over some of these attacks, maybe?
The ranger proclaimed he was Robin of Longtail, first hunter to the king. He had escaped the Darkwings, and glad to know Tuck was safe, but he would not leave while his youngest, Little John, was still captive. These creatures were doing more than raiding, but there was no chance to explain as dark shadows swooped down upon them.
Yeah, these guys are gone at least. I thought I was making enough distance there, but I didn't. I'm getting fed up of this. If I want to get a healing, I need to go all the way back. It might be worth it. Trying to do it without getting hit at all is madness. I just hope these enemies won't respawn if I go out. But I need to get healing. I need to. There's no other way about it. If I don't, I'm just going to continue to die. Okay, there we go. Full health. I think if I now go out here and back through bushes restock. No, they don't. Still though, full health. I can take a few hits. That's just going to be better. I should have missed so much earlier. It's just a sensible choice. Press the bench again. Go. Okay. This time
The ranger proclaimed he was Robin of Longtail.
Robin of Longtail.
First
Good
hunter
to meet
the king. He had escaped the Darkwings, and glad to know Tuck was safe. But he would not leave while his youngest, Little John, was still captive. These creatures were doing more than raiding, but there was no chance to explain as dark shadows swooped down upon them.
Doing fine. Just the 2 guys gone so far. Focus down him specifically. Go. Let's make a bit of distance. Gun. Gun again. Gun is doing a good job. Got a lot of damage into one of them, I don't know which. But one of them is not very happy currently. Could use the ice. Oh. Bitten against them. There we go. That's got to be it, right? I might have even done this hitless, which at that point it's just going to be impressive.
The temple ruins were near. Arlo would waste no time on more talking.
Of course it was hitless that
He would not be too late this time.
I guess just the peace of mind that I was able to go without, like, needing to worry about getting hit even just once. That probably helped. Ouch, that hurt a lot. Didn't even see that guy coming for the most part. My weapon is currently not suited to these guys. I didn't press up, so I need to do that last fight again, don't I? I'm only fighting frogs now.
The ranger proclaimed he was Robin of Longtail, first hunter to the king. He had escaped the Darkwings,
What does that even mean?
and glad to know Tuck was safe. But he would not leave while his youngest, Little John, was still captive. These creatures were doing more than raiding, but there was no chance to explain as dark shadows swooped down.
I don't even have
upon
anything
them.
more to say. I'm just annoyed at this point. The fact that we just do not get a break from all of this at all. It's just fight after fight. Especially did a lot of damage to that one guy. That's good. Not for him, but for me it's good. The reason I died so badly to those frogs as well was because those guys do fire damage, which my current armor makes me quite weak to. alive. That was good. We're managing somewhat here.
The temple ruins were near. Arlo would waste no time on more talking. He would not be too late this time.
What we're going to do is we're going to very briefly go up here to the left. We're going to rest of that bench. So I'm not doing that fight again. I'm not listening to Robin and Longtail and Little John who needs to be rescued. I don't want to listen to that anymore. Can do. There's plenty of damage with that. There we go. Let's carve up these guys. Good stuff. Making sure I've got the right weapon equipped. Hey Shy, good to see you. How you doing? Been having a lovely day so far. And I finally got healing juice. Hooray! Hooray! We can heal. Oh, I needed that so badly. So badly. Stream stuck. Fair enough. I'll see you in a moment, Shy. Not that I'd imagine you can necessarily hear me. And I did not mean to do that jump all the way down. Another ad. God. I wish I could stop ads entirely, but I don't think I can. Making our way through. We still can't go into that area behind me. I'm not sure why. Ah, you're finally here now. Good to see you, Shy. Hope you're having a lovely.
Were here still,
or a lovely
strangely
Friday.
rearranged. The Dark Wings had indeed come for the dead, and were using them for some nefarious purpose. Arlo's stomach churned.
This guy will sell me. Is that two-handed? One-handed? One-handed fire. Good damage. In fact, no, that's two-handed fire. Still good damage. Somewhat tempted to grab both of those, but that's weak against ice. So I will buy this. We're then going to redo my equipment very briefly. So come hang out. I appreciate it, Shat. I appreciate you coming along. It's always nice to have the company. What we need, though, is we need to give myself frost resistance. If I can do so without sacrificing actual resistance, which apparently doesn't seem to be a worthwhile trade-off currently. Nah, I think I'm fine on that front. As for here, yeah, I could swap that way over. Pauldron, what do I want from here? None of these seem to help. No. Shields? The shield helps against fire. Could be useful, could be useful. I have a new desktop. Still need to get used to keyboard. I mean, you'll get used to it, I would imagine. It's just a different form factor to what you're used to. I'd imagine if it is slightly different form factor, I'll take a bit of getting used to, but hopefully not too much. I didn't need to go that way, I need to go this way. Also, prophecy. What am I going to fight? I think a big bat this time. Not entirely sure. It's going to be more of a try to fight, I believe. We'll see.
As they came to the top of the ruins, they saw Little John. His smile at the sight of his father was the last he ever made. In a flash of bad teeth, his young life was ended.
That guy just took off all but like a sliver of my health at one
Dark
hit.
Wing, unleashing a hail.
Okay. That's a lot. So as a boss, how am I meant to deal with this guy? He's not listed in here, is he? Unless he's that one. I'm worried. I'm quite worried. Because this is a boss who can take off all but a sliver of my health in one attack. Drop down a trap, it might become useful. So make sure I get my rolls in best I can as well. Try and heal. Thankfully he landed on the trap. Try and shield. Am I still playing on hard? Yes, and I'm mildly regretting it. I just finished healing, and as I looked over, I then lost all that health damage. I'm panicking mildly, but I can do this. This is fine. Just need to do this without getting hit from here on. Perfect. The hard difficulty is hard. I'm starting to mildly regret it because I've not unlocked the weapon upgrades yet, so I can't get proper weapons to use. Yeah, that does so much. That is not a reasonable amount of damage to be taken. Ah, I missed with that again, that is a shame. Solid hit there, good. I should be using my wet stone, it would be useful. And wait, he does fire damage. Because he sets me on fire. Oh, I thought it was frost damage, it's not. That's why he's doing so much. Okay, let me change my armor quickly. Because I'm currently quite bad against fire. What would I want? I think, all in all, my current helmet's really good in terms of resistance. That would give me good fire resistance. Go over to you. We need to change that pauldron. Or... no, that didn't give fire resistance. This gives fire resistance. I want this. Fire and increases my ice resistance, so sure. We have... might just keep my current armor on. This one we want to change. We want... possibly this? Yeah, looks to be correct. And that one barrel alert. So we're now bad against poison, but we should be good against this boss. He's still going to do a lot of damage. But hopefully not quite as much. Hopefully he's not going to just instantly murder me with his damage. Because that's with me having increased my health bar as well. If I hadn't, I would have been getting one shot. I'm going to do this. Set him on fire. That's good. If he is trying to do fire damage, I should drink the anti-fire potion. He's actually doing both. I saw the status fair as I got hit. That's fire as well as ice. So yeah, he is just doing a lot of damage. I don't know how I feel about that. I would put the difficulty back down, but it does feel doable, this difficulty is the issue. Put down the trap. I want to activate the immunity to fire. That's good. Activate immunity to ice as well. Heal up. Give him a tap. No, never mind. Just continue trying to heal. This is fine. Continue healing. This is quite far away. There we go. We're moderately safe. Okay, they're just continuing to murder me. This is fine. This is fine. I can do it from here, maybe. I don't know. I'll drop another trap just to be safe. Okay, didn't die. That's good. I believe he's poisoned. He's been stunned. I'm on fire. Thankfully, being on fire and such is just a stun. It's not anything worse. God. I don't think I'm gonna bother trying to heal mid-fight. That feels like it's not worth it. It does so much damage, bro. He does so much. Got some good damage in there. That's all this. Set on fire. It's backed away into the fire trap, so that's even more damage. Be careful about being set on fire. We can now poison him. There we go. Don't know quite how useful the poison is, but I'm gonna keep doing it anyway, whenever I get the chance. Got a bit of distance. I've got a gun. Gun is useful. I should be using that more. Make sure I'm facing the right way through. Alright. Alright. Let's keep a bit of distance. I think that's hopefully him about gone. There we go. Yeah, just use the gun.
Together, they defeated the beast in a fury that sent all other bats from the ruin in terror. Robin was bereft. It was meant to be a simple hunt. He could not understand these flying abominations. Arlo offered what solace he could. Tuck was at Winter's Edge, where Robin could take some rest.
I'm currently needing to change my armor over to get rid of weight again. So I'm back to what I had before. Vaguely, anyway. I think I'd kept that. This one wants to change to you. Yeah, that seems fine enough in terms of stats, right? No, I think I actually had this one before, right? Is that better than anything else? That would have been really good against fire. Strangely. No, this is really bad against fire. Got it. You know, just use the gun. That helps. Also, I should heal. I should try not to die on like my journey down the stairs. I should also very briefly go back. I need to carve this guy up, don't I? No. Apparently not. I'm proud of myself there. I didn't take as many attempts doing that as I had fighting basic enemies earlier. Hooray! Oh god. I am regretting the difficulty being on this, but I'm gonna stick with it. I am stubborn if nothing else. Make my way down. Ah, we can activate the fast travel now. Hello. Yes, I will pay you the materials. Please set up fast travel. If that's the case, I'm assuming I might be able to go into that little cave, right? And do that mission. So, fall damage? Yes, there is fall damage. It's not a lot. It seems to be the same regardless of what height you fall from. So meaning if you make a very small drop that's slightly too long, it's the same as if you make a like very long drop. Which is an odd way to do it. Because it's quite easy to take the fall damage and like lose a decent chunk of your health. However, back to here. We have rescued another fella. Although, again, more dead parents and or children. And it's not you, I guess. I'd stand here. There we go. Give me a bow? Appreciate it, but I've got a gun. Going back inside. Do we get to repair this, like, interior yet? We've got quests. You want to spice things up? Not sure. I will just hand all of those in. It might benefit things. Looks like the bats might be returning. That you're just eating cheese blocks? I mean,
Villagers
yeah,
had
if
come
you're
from
happy
the
with it.
outskirts seeking an audience. Arlo doubted they brought good news.
I don't think it sounds like the best of meals, but as long as you're happy with it, nothing wrong, you know? Get all of this. There we go. Fill it on my items. Inventory items, key items, not key items, these items. Don't have any whetstones. That is a bit of a shame. I quite would like some. Oh well. Yeah, no, as long as you're not hungry, that's what matters most, right? I don't know how we get the stuff for this. I don't know where you'd get a banana from in this world. Is my biggest issue, I think. Also, though, found some blacksmithing papers, I believe. Build bat helmets. I think helmets are doing fine. Eurus can maybe be better. Need to be careful of weight, but I'd be looking for resistance. Like that wood armor looks alright. That looks very nice, but too heavy. That looks pretty just default. I think that could be useful. Unless any of these stand out particularly. Cupid's toga. I want to run around in a toga. I mean, it's 4 and 1 weight versus 4 and 2 weights. Yeah, I'm running around in a toga. There we go. As for shields, that's better resistance but more weight. None of those seem to appeal hugely. As for here, pauldrons, none of them seem to be better than what I have. And my thing I'm wearing is fairly light. That's genuinely fine. Wasn't it yesterday? Friends made sure you ordered something. Yeah, that's good of them. They should be making sure you order stuff. You need to eat something. Like, even if you're not doing a huge amount, you should be trying to eat. Swords. Do I have a sword I would want? I have a rough bone sword. Wooden sword. I'm looking for things with lots of elemental damage. That one's alright for fire. Might make it. I do kind of want more fire weapons. Spears I don't tend to use. But I wouldn't be against having a fire spear. Doesn't seem to be particularly great, but... Ooh. That one for 19 poison. That one's quite good. I think for now, that should be enough. Our mission has a spoon
The
over here.
villagers told a harrowing tale. The Darkwings had returned in the night. The bat's thirst for destruction was not sated at Winter's Edge. Now, the outskirts needed his help.
So I guess we just go out into here. We need to protect the village. I can protect them. That's hopefully fine. We've got a little while still for the stream. Well, heads up, Shy. Next week streams will
shouts
be
of
slightly
fleeing
different.
villagers and the
I'll be
smell of
starting an hour
burning
earlier
bugstock
and
greeted
finishing
Arlo as
after
he
just 2
approached
hours.
Mossbug
That's my current
Farm.
plan.
It was already overrun.
Okay, I do not want to be using an ice weapon. Nope, we're not doing that. A new sword is 10 fire versus this one, which is strictly just better. That is. I'm taking damage. That's not good. But I'm doing moderately okay up until the point I died. Damn it, I need to go through all that crafting again now. I didn't set a bench. No, never mind. I saved when I went into a new area. Hooray! Hooray!
The shouts of fleeing villagers and the smell of burning bugstock greeted Arlo as he approached Mossbug Farm. It was already overrun.
I am thinking though I might lower the difficulty stuff. Because I wouldn't say having myself dying in 3 hits to a regular enemy is particular fun. Like that's not entirely enjoyable. Just dying quite this quickly. I'm gonna keep toughing it out for the rest of the stream. I do think I might make the sensible choice. And just hung the villagers upside down in the map here. That's a bit cruel. Alright. I mean, they brought a lot of rope with them, didn't they? I don't know. Got them
From the back of her Scorchling, the Darkwing General screeched her orders. This one would pay for the death of her son. They turned their evil eyes on Arlo.
Fine. Messed up my spell, that is a shame. I do have arrows I could be using. I guess bullets would be more apt. I could do ranged attacks if need be. I'm worried about the frost. I'm gonna have to whip, not whip, use the anti-freeze item. I'm doing okay. Not really taking any hits just yet. Yeah, I think now that I've gotten into the dodge roll a bit more, it is easier. I wouldn't say it's particularly easy, but it's easier now I've gotten used to dodge rolls. Because dodge rolls is double tapping the dodge button, as opposed to just tapping it once. And that just lets you go so much further. I've been frozen, that is not good. One of those guys is dead though. That one is good. Yeah, no, just don't do charge attacks, it's not worth it. I only got hit because I wasn't able to do anything after the attack.
The farm was free of their filth. Robin freed the farm elder, but he was not the only prisoner. The Darkwings had taken more villagers to the castle ruin on the hill.
Castle ruin. I know roughly where that's going to be. And they destroyed the apiaries as well. Poor bees. Poor bees have lost their house as well. It's tragic. Let's get rid of these guys quick while they do their little entrance. Okay, there we go. Looks like our hunter friend helped out. You look mildly concerned. You're undead. Okay. You're undead. You just still not like fire? How does that work? I mean, apparently fire seems pretty decent against him. As a boss, currently he's not the worst. Aside from teleporting away randomly. Try and freeze him? No, didn't do much. Makes sense. He will be fairly strong against probably ice as a damage type. Plenty of damage going on. I've not actually been hit yet, though. So as a boss, this guy does not seem terrible. I kind of feel he's easier than those guys who just have shields. Alright. Is that it? So is that really the boss? Okay, cool. I feel that's an introduction of what is going to be a new enemy type, and the fact that they are undead. I think that's what that is. Just keep murdering these guys. This is going fine. There's a lot of them, but they don't take much to kill. There we go. And would really be better using this two-handed weapon, perhaps. Like a light attack, the recovery period's alright. People are just using my two-handed, honestly. It means my guard's gonna be worse, potentially. But it should be okay. Just pick some berries. I need to refill my health before we go in. And I believe we should have a bench just over here, right? No. That'll take me into new zones. We're just going to continue to the right. Continuing on up. We've got a ladder here. Which... I think that's just the way to go back safely. What we want... I don't actually know how we get there, I'll be honest. Is that hook thing up above? I need to jump for it. Got ya. What have I found? That she doesn't like fire or electric. Electric, I am a lot more confident in dealing damage about it. Because we have, yeah, 14 electric damage on here. Which is very nice. We also have it confirmed that we'll be fighting that, I think, woman on the bat. I think she's a woman. Not 100% confident. She talked about being out to avenge her son. Sapphire from a chest. It's pretty cool. Get a little bit of healing in because we did take some fall damage earlier while trying to use a ladder. Have I not got a bench? Okay, I do, thankfully. Okay, make sure I'm filled up on healing. Take a break. I will see if there's anything at the shop. Yeah, because often they send, like, weird stuff to the shops. I don't know why, but that just looks like a really good spear. I'd want it. Why is it just in a random shop? Also gives me access to whetstones. As for weapon, yeah, I'm gonna go over to this, which is a rather fun looking spear. It's more of a lance than a spear. Against them, it's actually saying the bestiary. What exactly they do. Countess Iblis. Strengths are ice and poison, but I don't know if that means they do ice and poison. I would assume as much. From that, like, again from them, right? But against poison I'm fine, against ice I'm neutral. That should be alright. Yeah, that'll be alright, I think. In fact, I should, however, knowing that we're about to fight the boss, smash those, sharpen my weapon, then sit at the bench. That means I now don't need to do that again going forward.
A familiar flash filled the sky.
This is where I
and
get
this
thunder.
time it made Arlo's fur stand on end. The biggest rat Arlo had ever seen stood before him holding a hammer that no mortal could lift,
Stuns
let
people.
alone swing.
Makes sense.
Before Arlo could talk, the giant lifted his hammer into the air and passed his gift to the warden. Arlo could
Yeah.
feel the stranger's gift bouncing around inside his body. A much-needed boost of energy in his quest to rid the north of Darkwings.
So you got all my elements, I'd imagine, now for my spells.
At the castle, Arlo could hear the terrified squeaks of the villagers chained inside. Only the Darkwing General had the key, and she would not hand it over alive. Arlo needed no more reason to kill her.
We do a lot of damage. We do a lot of damage. Should have expected that. And I don't know their attack patterns or delays or anything, so that was kind of difficult to avoid. However, we dropped our save sensibly. I don't know if it's been quite sensible enough to do this each time, so
but this time it made
save
Arlo's
again
fur
after
stand on
this.
end. The biggest rat Arlo had ever seen stood before him holding a hammer that no mortal could lift, let alone swing.
These guys just not take damage
the
until I
giant
do what
lifted
he
his
wants
hammer
me
into
to.
the air
I guess.
and passed his gift to the warden.
I'm not like this spear is quite good with its charge attacks. It lets you just cover a lot of distance. Like that is a lot of distance that covers.
Arlo could feel the stranger's gift bouncing around
That's half
inside his
decent.
body.
I'll be honest, I might keep using
a
this spear.
much-needed boost of energy in his quest to rid the north of Darkwings.
Anyway, fill up on healing again. Rest at the bench, just so we don't need to do that segment anymore. I'm thinking I can manage on this difficulty. I don't know entirely if I'm supposed to have stronger weapons than I currently do. It feels like maybe. I don't entirely know how you avoid that. But I'm gonna do that, and that works out. This is doing well. Plenty of damage on them. Heal up. Got another counter. Get plenty of damage again. Tried to dodge just out of the way. Didn't quite work. This is not looking great for me. Alive. Need to counter this. Didn't quite counter it. I'm not dead though. Fire damage, I don't think she likes. For a second attempt, that went well. That went well. I'm happy with that. I think that bodes well for this last attempt. Although I also think, if I stop here, can I grab, like, shock traps and stuff? I can. I've not been using them, but I can. Which is nice. Sadly, it doesn't refill the cooldown on the spell, because I'd quite like to use it on her. Fly into the air. That is your first thing you do. Make sure I'm healed. Try to get a counter in. I might just die here. Yeah, because I got poisoned. God damn it. That attempt doesn't count, I don't think. That one I'm not gonna count. please act regularly this time. Still don't know how you avoid that. Okay. Got them stopped. That's good. Got them stunned. That's better. Heal up some more. We're parrying. A bit of damage and then they go into the sky. And there it is. Okay, however, parry, if they do the right attacks, can block on other ones, and just kind of run away from it. Because I don't fully know how to avoid it all. That's gone well. Set them on fire. I did not expect them to jump across the whole battlefield. Yeah, that froth is bad. That froth is what got me, I think. I don't understand entirely what the difficulty does, but definitely feels difficult. I can say that much for certain. I think it's just enemies deal more damage to me, and maybe they've got a bit more health. For the most part, though, if you do know how the enemies work, and do well against them. Parry this. There we go. Didn't quite parry that one, sadly. Didn't parry there either, I was a bit off. Still don't really avoid that attack. I need to try and get my parries in properly. I feel that's just where you get most of your damage. At least with this early part of the thing. I am trying to read a lot of the attacks. I don't think I should be. It's not as complicated as I'm thinking it is. I just need to go off of instinct. That's all I need. Still don't know how you avoid the, like, tail swipe one, but that's fine. That's fine. This should be a paralyze. Yep. And I think maybe a poison. That should be you into the next phase. I'd love to parry that, but I wasn't in the right spot. Okay, you're coming in for something parryable. Stuff. Set it on fire. So you've got me frozen, is not ideal. I'm gonna need to drink my anti-freeze thing. But this is just them doing all sorts. How am I meant to avoid all of that? What on earth are you meant to do for that second phase? You'd think they'd be a lot less nimble and not on the back of a giant flying creature, but no, they're much more nimble. They just jump everywhere. I don't know when you're supposed to attack them. That's a good start at least. Plenty of damage. Well, I'm poisoned too. I didn't know that was your poison area. I thought that was mine. I don't know why. I think it's because I used my poison ability. I didn't assume. I shouldn't have, clearly. Yeah. fine, you haven't gone into the sky, which is surprising. So we're into the last phase. Quite the damage. Okay, heal up, heal up. We've got a moment. Some more. Poison you. Which has gotten you into another phase yet again. Which I don't know what's happening. What on earth is happening there? I don't understand. When am I supposed to attack them when they jump around like that all the time? This time, maybe. So I now roughly know the attack patterns. Go. I think they'll have you paralyzed if I'm lucky, right? Well, I want to get my healing in, like, now, ideally. There we go. I think we've dealt enough damage. Here we are. Head over here and quickly try and sharpen my weapon. They've done a lot of damage while I was doing that. I want to heal some more. Okay, you retreat, then you... What do you do there? What do you do? So they charge at you, indicating we're going to do the attack. They then jump back, they then come in, and then they go back again. I guess you just wait for them to do their actual lunge at you, maybe? I don't know. I don't know, that seems tricky. Plenty of damage into steps. Lovely parry. That's in the next little phase. I don't think it really changes much, I'll be honest. Dodged at the wrong time. It's annoying, but we will. Parry this at least. Do need to use the whetstone. You need to use anti-freeze as well. I thought I'd used it there. Apparently I haven't. There we go. So I'm just not allowed to be hit now? I can manage it. I can't manage it that, can I? This difficulty is very unforgiving. I feel it'll be too easy on an easier difficulty though at the same time. Because the bosses are fairly readable once you know what they're doing. It's just you're not allowed to make mistakes. So it's taking less damage. Like, I feel I'd just be completely fine. There wouldn't be much of a challenge. At least that's my concern. Paralyzed is good. Again, don't know how to avoid that one. I didn't manage to. Going for something parryable. It's good. Yeah, it's a status effect. As soon as you get poisoned or something, you just have a second, 2 seconds, you can't move or anything. On this difficulty, you die because you take far, far too much damage. I think that is what gets me most of the time. It is those statuses. Get the damage in on you. There we go. Never mind, I've been poisoned. Dead, yeah. I can't manage the poison and such. If they all stun you. Sure, lightning can stun you, and frost can stun you, and fire and poison, they deal damage over time. That's how it works on the enemies. Why isn't that how it works on me? I don't understand. I don't. Mostly I'm fighting against the elemental system, but using it for damage. It's getting poisoned. I don't know what you do when you get stunned by poison. Entirely, like, you just accept it, I guess. Like, I'm just dead here, I'm gonna accept it. Apparently not, 'cause the enemy was in a bad position for it. Because it makes you mash the dodge button to get out of your status effect. Just end up dodging at the end of it whether you want to or not. I think that's the one thing about this game I'm very much dislike. Like, the fighting is meant to be fairly fast-paced. That's how it's been built. I understand that. Which is why it sucks when you're stunned and can't do anything. Every status effect stuns you. For some weird reason, we decided that was the best way to do it. So make sure I'm far away from the mob in the air. Gotta move to the next phase. I need to use my whetstone, is what I need. Okay, got the parrying, got good damage, and now have a whetstone for this part of the boss fight. Part of the boss fight where they apparently opened up parryable attack, which you often don't do. Okay, got them parried, that's enough to then get them. No, never mind. We weren't stunned for long. I don't understand. What am I doing wrong in this fight? Like, I'm genuinely trying to figure out what part of this game I'm missing that's making it difficult for me, this difficulty. It might just be the difficulty's not particularly balanced, and I'm starting to think that is the case, which would be a shame. So I'm wanting to give the difficulty a proper test, you know? Because for the most part, I'm fine with the enemies having more health. Them dealing more damage, I'm a lot less against. It's having more damage, unless, like, properly they take more damage as well, or something that's just higher stakes all around, it generally isn't fun. Like, I think the Fallout 4 survival mode is the one that comes to mind. Like, yeah, you take more damage, you have a lot more risks going on. But generally, it's a lot more fair because, yeah, you've got risks, but you also deal more damage to enemies with headshots and stuff. In that case. Makes sense. At least in my case. Fine. Less fine because we don't give me a chance to attack. I don't know. I don't think the difficulty is right for me. I'm gonna change it for next stream, I think. I'm not gonna change it now. We're gonna do this boss. And I'm gonna think on it. Because some enemies are fine. But I think the fact that they just deal such a ridiculous amount of damage is what makes it not fun. If there was more health, I am fully down for them to have more health. That means you need to actually learn the enemies a bit more. I'm gonna give it some points as well. So not properly thinking of it. Because the enemies, if they had more health, I think that alone would be enough. But I don't actually know, does it say what difficulty does? Not entirely. I think it did at the start when you made a new campaign, so I can check that out off stream. But something about this difficulty I don't think is working. I'm happy to need to like be good at the game for it to be actually easy. Like, that makes sense, but when you're punished too much for mistakes, with like being frozen and whatnot, any status effects. We're into the next phase, I believe. This is fine. Plenty of damage. It knocks me into that poison. To make sure I've got the right resistance so I don't get poisoned. Ideally, I sharpen my whetstone. There we go. That's the boss that falls down. While we're doing that transition, you cannot actually get them, sadly, in terms of we're into the next phase, I believe. No, not quite. So I'm focusing at this point. And then I can stun them. That helps to an extent. I need my anti-freeze again, don't I? Damn it. I don't know how to fix that last phase. That was going well. That was going well. I had an entire thought there, I was interrupted, I'm pretty sure. Something about how I'm happy with enemies having more health, so you need to actually learn what they're doing and keep on your toes, but you don't get a chance to properly do stuff at a fix, it's meant to be fast paced. So if you're taking more damage, you can't heal off that damage you're taking. That's going into the next phase, I believe. Heal up. Dodge, heal. Keep healing, and then parry. Definitely into the next phase now, so continue healing. I just hide under them, they can't really do much to it. That was just an attack about indicator. Lovely. Appreciate you doing that game after telling me all the stuff about indicators. Okay, heal up. I cannot heal up. Never mind, I do not have any healing. Let's burn them in that case. Wrist Frost, I think it's maybe a little late. Okay, cool. Yeah, now this difficulty is annoying me. I'm gonna have to turn this down for next stream. I might be stubborn. And for the most part, I did enjoy the difficulty on, like, some parts of the game. I think this isn't fun. I think this is getting to the point where it is not fun due to the sheer amount of damage we do. Well, good on me, I guess, for putting up with the difficulty to this one. I think I've done a good job sticking with it. Okay, that's in for the next phase. Still don't properly know how you avoid that. Heal up a little, maybe? Nope. I've been knocked back. Heal up? No. Counter. What I want is to use my redstone. Heal up. I was about to activate the thing that stops me from being frozen, and then I got frozen. This fight's silly. I don't like it. Why does the game just constantly freeze you? With, like, any status effect. Poison freezes you. I keep commenting on it, but it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Combat's meant to be fast-paced. Don't just stop it in the middle so you can mash a button. It feels so out of place. I see what they're going for in terms of, like, yeah, we don't want to have a player taking constant damage, or that's not going to be real balanced, because you can have lots of health, you can have not much health as a total health player. Like, I can get that. That part makes sense of this. But they've definitely not gone about it in the right way, I think. In this first part of the fight, I've gotten really good at it. Sharpen my weapon. Fireballs didn't work. I have had now the potion that makes me, like, anti-freeze or whatever. Of course, it is that attack they did, the one which makes him jump back, rather than the one I was thinking they did, and I don't even know what that one there is, because I don't indicate it. Oh, it's how fun, how fun. Oh, I'm getting annoyed at this, I don't know if you can tell. That final phase, where I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what's happening. Good damage. That's good. More good damage. Okay, that's him on to the next phase of this section. So moving out of the range of that seems to be the best route when we do the big tail swing. That's us on to the next phase. Heal up a little. Heal up some more. Dodge that. Heal up some more. Okay, go ahead. This part I'm messing with that. I'm just messing with that. I'm not enjoying this at this point in time. I'm gonna lower difficulty, yeah. That is a definite. I'm gonna do this boss on the difficult enemies. But yeah, no, I'm gonna lower the difficulty in general, I think. I don't think I've done difficulty in this game. I don't know how they've done difficulty in parry, but I do not think they've done it there. I can say that much for certain. Especially when one of the bosses moves feel kind of like BS and really dodgeable. Sharpen my weapon. Go. Immediately had your parryable attack. Lovely. Love that I was able to attempt to parry that because of how quickly it comes in. Sweet. As again parryable, but you don't give any heads up for it. I'm not having fun. I'm really not. I'm gonna do the fight on this difficulty. I'm stubborn. I'm gonna do it. Okay. Doing decent. I need to worry about my like anti-venom stuff right now. Never mind. I'm just getting attacked by attacks I don't know how to avoid, as well as one which wasn't indicated, so I don't know how to avoid. This game, I don't know, I'm between whether I like it or not. I don't know. I'm not sure. My anti-freeze. Put that on too late. I keep forgetting to activate it because of just how quickly the status builds up. I don't realise. It's annoying me. It really is. I'm remembering to use whetstone. I just need to use anti-freeze at the same time, but it doesn't last long. That's like an essential thing, pretty much. You get frozen on this difficulty, I've said it before, you're just dead. There's no other way around them. I'm just gonna shut up, I'm just gonna do the fight, I'm gonna stop. This should be pretty much done. Never mind, I was aiming to hopefully get my whetstone off there so it's distracted. My whetstone in here, I think? There we go. Got my anti-freeze. Got my parry. Good stuff. Anti-freeze again. I could have parried there if I'd not been trying to get my damned anti-freeze. Why does it just not last long at all? Okay, there we go. Stun you for a second, that's it. It's just about proximity and not letting them actually do anything. Really. It doesn't feel like a satisfying thing. I'm gonna have to lower difficulty, I think.
The villagers were safe for now. Arlo asked if they would help at the farm. The bug milk needed to flow again.
It's actually a decent weapon. Nah, I'm gonna flip that. I'm gonna lower difficulty. I'm gonna have to. The fact I was actually getting annoyed over that is a sign. It is a clear sign. Because I don't want to have to be looking at the top left to see whether I do or don't have, like, healing, or not healing, sorry, resistance available for the, what you call it, anti-freeze, as I've been calling it. I don't know. It's not sitting great with me. I'm not enjoying it as it is. I have to change things. I think maybe if I changed the UI so I had an indicator under my character or something, or over my head, then I'd be okay with it. But as it stands, it is simply a case of I don't know when it runs out, and when it does, it's bad. It doesn't last long. I don't know how long that is, but it's not long enough. Yeah, there we go. Quest complete. Sorry to be complaining quite so much. I don't like complaining that much, but it doesn't feel like it's been done quite right to me. It doesn't feel like it has been. Quickly build these just because I can. That looks to be all the ones I can build. Lovely. Where am I going from here? Back to the castle. Okay. I think we'll sit down in the castle and we'll call the stream there. Yeah, I don't like that I've been complaining about stuff, but it has gotten to me this stream. I'm gonna have to lower that difficulty. I'll do that now while I remember. I don't know how easy or how bad this is gonna be now. But we'll see, we'll see. But no, that is all. I have very much enjoyed, and I very much appreciated the company of people who've come by. But now though, that is enough of this, and I will see people next week. Bye for now.